Hey, it's Michael Walker. I'm the founder of Mod Musician and the Street Team, but before any of this existed, I was living in a van with my band Paradise Fierce, eating peanut butter tortillas for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We didn't have a label, no manager, just a dream and a crazy idea that we called tour hacking, where we'd walk up to fans waiting in lines for other shows, introduce ourselves, and sell our CDs out of a backpack. Even though our music wasn't the greatest quality, this strategy helped us sell 24,000 CDs in about 6 months, landing a tour with All Time Low, one of our favorite bands, and being able to go on tour full time for almost a decade. We hit number 2 on iTunes, got about 24 million streams, and we built a full time career doing what we love. Then, when I started my family, I stepped off of the road and built Modern Musician from scratch, using the same kind of creative thinking and digital marketing systems to reach over 165,000 artists around the world. Artists like Erica Mason, who built a multiple six-figure music career from the ground up, and June Lucas, who went from scratch to selling out of his first high-ticket offer. And now we've taken everything that we've learned and put it into a single repeatable system, what we're calling the 12-week artist launch campaign. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, stuck, or just not really sure how to cut through the noise, then you're in the right place. Because here's the truth. Most artists feel like they're constantly chasing visibility, but never quite catching it. You're investing countless hours and money releasing your songs, but it still feels like no one's really listening. Streaming payouts are a joke. Touring's exhausting, and the worst part is that it makes you question whether you are the problem and whether your music's good enough, whether you're good enough. And you end up stuck working a day job, putting your dream on hold, sometimes for years. And all that energy that you used to pour into your art gets buried. That's exactly why we created Street Team, to help artists finally break the cycle and stop hiding who they are, to build real connections with their fans. And so at the core, we focus on three things. The first is the growth engine. Your music is a little bit like a pile of logs, but logs alone don't make a fire. You need a spark. And that spark is the growth engine. We call this piece the fan magnet because the goal is to pull in your ideal audience. And honestly, this is like the digital version of how my band made it work at the beginning. We used to do something called tour hacking, where we'd actually go directly to where the fans were at, and we'd introduce ourselves. We'd hand them headphones. We'd share a moment from our songs. And the system works in the same way, just on a bigger scale and fully online. We help you break your songs into bite-sized, emotionally compelling moments and turn those moments into vertical videos or reels and use AI and ads to get them in front of the right people, the same way that we used to show up outside of venues. But instead of walking up to one fan at a time, you're reaching thousands of ideal listeners every day, even while you sleep. That's the magic of the fan magnet. You don't have to hope that you're going to go viral, but you build a magnet that consistently attracts the right fans. So to do that, you're going to turn your songs into bite-sized moments, test those moments as reels and ads, and find the ones that connect and scale. That's what helped artists like Erica Mason attract millions of new fans. Apollo Fresh did the same thing. One of his moments, JoJo Pose, went viral and he got close to 100 million streams. But this isn't about chasing virality. About building a repeatable system that brings you new listeners daily, even while you sleep. Once people hear your music, then you need a way to capture their attention. So we call this your rain catcher. Because when it starts to rain, you don't want to just be stuck holding out your hands. You need an actual system to collect and own your audience. Not just on social media, but in your own list. Emails, phone numbers, data that you control. And with Street Team, you can actually see your fans. You can message them directly and build a real relationship. Finally, we help you turn those fans into supporters. And this is where your inner circle comes in. Different access levels like bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and diamond. Where bronze might mean that your fan gets your song a week early. Where diamond might mean that they get to spend a day in the studio with you. And if you can imagine what a dream come true would be to spend a day in the studio with one of your favorite artists, then you can understand what kind of priceless value that you can give to your fans. It's like flying economy versus first class. It's the same plane, but a different experience. And yes, people do pay for access. This is how June Lucas sold out of his first diamond offer, how Chad Hollister made $10,000 from a custom song, and how Erica Mason turned this model into a six-figure business. And we'll help you build your own diamond offer, a $5,000 to $15,000 package that can change your income overnight. There are only two numbers that really matter, your cost per fan and your value per fan. So let's imagine you spend $5,000 on running ads to your new song. If you sent those people to Spotify, then you would literally only earn $11 back from those 2,100 people who clicked through to see this. And this is in Street Team, where you can actually forecast and set targets, seeing what's going to happen depending on which path your fans take. Now, instead of sending them to streaming, what if you sent them to your inner circle? What's going to happen is, even if only a very small number of people out of those thousands of fans take you up on those different offers, you're going to make significantly more revenue than you would have made if you're sending them to your streaming. So, are you ready to get launched? Here's how Straight Team works. You'll go through our artist launch program, one step at a time. Every Monday at 11 o'clock Eastern, we'll host a live training to help you take next steps. Step 1, onboarding, where we'll create your custom launch plan. 2, your breakthrough session. This is where we clear what's holding you back. 3 is the launch kickoff, where we pick your 3 best songs and plan your release. 4 is artist identity, where we're going to nail your brand and your story. 5, your fan journey. This is where we build your rain catcher. 6, fan magnet. This is where we launch your campaign and start to attract new fans. Next up is your inner circle. This is where we set up your offers and recurring content. Next is revenue multiplier, where we start to run contests and diamond offers. Then we have your automation machine, where we start to split test and optimize to improve your system. And lastly, we have your growth mastery session, which is where we start to scale your system so you can reach more fans. And if you want to compete for something big, you can join our 12-week launch challenge. At the end of your campaign, submit a short video just documenting your journey, sharing the transformation, the results, just the real story. If you're selected, you'll win our $100,000 Diamond Artist Accelerator package. Now, if you're someone that wants to move even faster, we also offer a deeper level of support through our Artist Accelerator program. Once we've built out your custom launch plan, you'll have the option to apply, and this is where you'll unlock resources designed to help you grow more quickly. We offer 3 levels of support. Do it yourself, where you'll get access to all of the tools and the trainings. Done with you, where you'll join group coaching and private one-on-one sessions. Or done for you, where me and my team will run your campaign, film your content, and launch your assets for you. We only open a limited number of spots per cycle, so if it's a fit, then you'll be invited to apply once your custom launch plan is complete. So, are you ready to cut through the noise and finally be heard? Let's get you launched.